Howdy folks, and welcome to the video for the French Tier 10 Premium Submarine, the Surcouf. Are you ready for the weirdest game in the weirdest ship maybe ever released in World of Warships? So first, just to get the elephant out of the room, yes, I did buy a Surcouf. Don't at me. I had a lot of red boosters, and I mentioned in my video on the Kitakami that was like a defining moment in my World of Warships career, was going all in on the Kitakami and having a great time with that ship. And I was like, I can't pass this up. I can't miss this second opportunity. And I'll tell you what, I have only played 3 or 4 games in the Surcouf. This was the most recent one, and also the best one, and also to some extent the weirdest one, and therefore the one that I'm showing you. As I always say on this channel, this is not the place to come to watch somebody who is amazing at these ships just delete the entire enemy team off the map. I am an above average player. I have played my share of submarines. I feel like I kind of know my way around them. The Surcouf, it sort of is blowing my mind. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it overpowered? I think much like the Kitakami, it is both better and worse than people think it is. So the people that say the sky is falling and this thing is overpowered and impossible to defeat, and it's just going to usher in the era of Surcouf, yeah, those people are nuts. This thing is slow. It turns really badly. The guns are interesting and surprisingly good situationally, but when the reload isn't up, they're of course incredibly terrible. And even when the reload is up, they're just good. I mean, they're not like game-changingly good. Yes, I've seen the videos too where Trend Last puts 10 AP shells directly into a broadside light cruiser, but that's Trend Last. He's the best player I've ever seen, and he's also a lucky son of a gun. And you know that those clips are cherry picked, which he would be the first to admit, right? This is going to be much more of like what happens when you put the Surcouf in the hands of a competent, above average but slightly confused player, and the answer is, yeah, it's good. It's interesting. I don't know what the heck to do with this ship. Is it a submarine? Is it a destroyer? I first tried to play it like just a straight up destroyer. I was like, hey, wait a second. This ship launches torpedoes from the side. It's reasonably fast. The guns are passable. You know, it can take care of itself in a duel. It's got really good concealment. I'm just going to play it like a destroyer. I'm going to slide up near caps. I'm going to back into them. I'm going to cap them. And then, of course, the first time I got spotted by anything, I got deleted because it still has all the disadvantages of a submarine, right? It has no armor on the hull. It can take damage from shells that don't even hit it. It can also take damage from depth charges, which destroyers don't. But most importantly, it has a precisely 0 AA, like literally 0, which is actually a huge problem. So the first game I ever played in the Surcouf, I faced a Hildebrand on the flank I was on, and I was useless. I mean, I basically just had to like spend all my time underwater. And the thing about the Surcouf is it's just not that great when it's underwater. It's not really much of a submarine. You only have the 4 torpedoes that launch off the front. You lose all the advantages of this thing, right? You can't launch the side torpedoes. You can't use the guns. Okay, so here we go, right off the bat, right? Do I duel this Shimikaze? I don't know. I mean, the Shimikaze has bad guns, right? But like, I'm scared. I'm scared, Ma. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to play this thing. And then, like, here we go. I'm gonna take a Shimikaze torpedo. Like, who does that in a submarine? But the thing is, this thing's big, and I panicked, and I didn't know what to do. So here we get to the other thing about the Surcouf. It's got a ton of hit points. It's got 36,500 hit points. That's a lot of hit points for a destroyer, much less a submarine. It kind of reminds me of the I-56 in that regard, and I enjoy the I-56. Like any other submarine in the game, if you took a torpedo from a Shimikaze, first of all, you'd feel like the dumbest dumb that ever dumb. but you'd also probably just be dead, right? That would be like a depth strike in some submarines. I'm not entirely sure of that. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but like, I think there are submarines that would just die from taking a single Shimakaze torpedo. So again, like, what is the Surcouf? How do you play it? I don't know, man. As always, I'm not going to pretend I have any idea what to do. I can tell you that it has some real advantages. First of all, like a lot of submarines, it's really almost impossible to kill if the person driving it plays conservatively and dials back their expectations. Like if a submarine just doesn't want to die, it's very hard to kill it. This thing has 4 minutes and 30 seconds of underwater time, which means that from the moment you are about to spot it, first of all, has really good just detect, like even on the surface, right? 5.7 is excellent. I mean, that's extremely good. And then if you do spot it, he's just going to dive. And then he's going to stay underwater for like 4.5 minutes. So that has a lot of implications for certain situations, like the end of the game, for example, getting around the map undetected. I mean, when you don't want to die, you're not going to die. Now, you also might not have any battle impact. So here we go. I'm like, all right, let's do this thing. Let's open up on this Shimakaze. And I mean, like, I am doing a serious amount of damage to this Shimakaze. Now, I'm also going to take a serious amount of damage. I think I easily could have bit it right here. But I mean, that was a nice 6,000 XP or hit points duel to that Shimakaze. Now, was that a good idea? Heck if I know. Probably not. I mean, I'm now on 4.4k XP, and all I've done is do 43,000 spotting damage and 5,700 damage to a Shimakaze. So no, I mean, I'm not playing all that well. So here we enter phase 2 of the game, which is like, what do you do with a Surcouf on 4.4 thousand hit points? Well, the answer to me is you run away, of course. So I'm going to try and play cat and mouse with the Shimakaze for the next few minutes while I talk to you about the Surcouf and what I think it means for the game. Apologize if that's a little bit dull. I think you have to be kind of a bit of a Hunt for Red October fan for this part of the game. Just imagine the Shimakaze as the Americans and the surface ships hunting me. You can pretend I'm doing a Sean Connery voice as I just frantically try and run away. The Surcouf is a little slow. It's obviously much slower underwater. It's not super slow by submarine standards, but it definitely would be slow if you thought of it as a destroyer. It also can't launch the side torpedoes underwater, which is a problem. Because then you're back to like submarine mode where you have to turn to face things to shoot at them. And usually in the Surcouf, that's just not what you want to do. I'm going to chance coming up above water. And I'm just going to immediately be spotted, if I remember correctly. Okay, no, not this time. I'm just like, what the heck do I do, right? I mean, this Shima is undoubtedly pushing in. How do I help my team? I'm like, I really want to launch some torpedoes, especially at the Yamato. So I'm like, all right, I'm doing it. I'm going above water. Here we go. Am I going to get spotted? Well, I got the torpedoes off. Oh, yeah, no, he's here. Am I going to die? Is he going to get me? I think he's going to, yeah, he shot at me, did a little bit of damage. But now I'm underwater. And of course, these depth charges are coming in. Now, I did take the skill that gives you a 15% damage reduction when you're hit by depth charges. But, like, look at that. I mean, they knew exactly where I was, and I was on 4.4 thousand hit points, and they couldn't kill me. I mean, that's kind of a superpower. I mean, I'm not making the best use of it in this game, right? But, like, from a position of 4.4K health, what was it, roughly like 6 or 7 minutes into the game, you're going to be surprised by how effective I'm going to be. Like, if you had to guess how much damage I'm going to end this game with, you'd probably guess, I don't know, 10, 15,000, right? If you also were to guess, like, do you survive this game? You'd probably say no. 5% chance, right? Not unless you just go underwater all the way to J10 and hang out there, and maybe not even then, right? But yeah, both those predictions were going to be wrong because, I mean, partially it helps for sure that I'm in an arms race game and my team is going to get a health buff. I'm like, oh my God, please don't take another torpedo. Like, this is the dumbest. But actually, I totally helped out my Yamato here because I gave him well advanced warning now of all these torpedoes coming in. I'm not saying he would have taken them if I hadn't, but he got an extra, I don't know, probably 10 to 15 seconds warning on those torpedoes. I'm up to 43,000 damage, by the way, from the two torpedoes in the flood on that Yamato, which for whatever reason he didn't DCP. Here I go. I'm like testing the waters. I mean, literally, it's like, is he there? He's like the monster under the bed, the Shimakaze. Like, he chased me all this way. I'm trying to get so close to the Yamato that the Shimakaze doesn't dare, come this close. I am finally, eventually going to shake the Shimakaze. I mean, I'm at this point, I'm running out of battery, right? It's just such a weird ship. It's such a weird ship. And so now I'm thinking to myself, man, I'm okay. Okay, first of all, the Shimakaze is still here, so we got to deal with that problem. Here we go, back underwater with a 34 seconds of battery time. I'm like, man, this game is weird. But again, I say this all the time. I'm going to say it again. Rule number 1 of World of Warships: don't die. Just don't die, right? Don't die. It's never good to die. Like, I mean, if I have to, I will go sit in J10. This game is too close for me to try to be the hero. The team needs me to just not lose my, whatever it is, 25, 30 points that they would gain and we would lose. I mean, even if I have to just literally run away, that's what I ought to do. And I'm ready to do that. I'm prepared to just like never see another ship the rest of the game. Like, I'll just run away if I have to. I'll keep going up and down, underwater. I don't know why I hit the submarine surveillance. By the way, I was watching one of the videos. I think it was trying to, get back. What do you think I'm doing, buddy? I'm as back as I can be. I was watching one of the videos and they were mentioning offhandedly that one of the problems with the Surcouf is that you hit the wrong button. And I can definitely see what they mean. I mean, there are so many buttons here. And crucially, the torpedoes and the guns are flipped. 1 is the torpedo and 3 is the gun. And that just that F's with your mind for sure. There's no question about it. I mean, I hit the wrong button for that at least a dozen times. I'm sure you get used to it if you play the Surcouf enough, but then of course you'd have the opposite problem when you go back to other ships. Anyway, so now what I'm thinking is, oh man, I'm so far away from these guys. This is the thing about the Surcouf's guns. They're really accurate and they're on a laser, and you get this spotting plane, which you can stay active. It's one of the modern style consumables. It can stay active for 4 minutes, and when it's up, the guns are 13.5, I believe. And then with the spotting planes, it's 20%. So what would that be? That's another 2.7. So it's like 16.2 kilometer range on these guns. And the thing is, you can just turn on the reload booster, fire off, I think it's like 5 or 6 salvos in roughly 6 or 7 seconds or something like that. And then you just dive. And they can't hit you. I mean, even unless they are like right on top of things and immediately trying to shoot at you, they can't get to you before you can just go underwater. And they literally can't hit you. Like, it's not a matter of their aim or whatever. It wouldn't matter if they landed the shells directly on top of your ship. You would be underwater. That's nuts. I mean, I'm not saying it's that powerful because you can't do that much damage, especially at that kind of range. But just the whole idea that I could do what I just did. I mean, I don't know what that was, maybe like 4K damage, but it's almost impossible for anybody to do anything about it. Like, if you're at this kind of range, 16 kilometers, I mean, there's no ASW in the game that goes anywhere near that far, so they can't use those. And if you have them spotted and for example, if it's a battleship and you wait for them to fire their guns, they're literally not going to have time. You could wait for them to fire their guns at somebody else, go on the surface, hit the reload booster, shoot all your shells, set them on fire a couple times, for example, and then just dive again. Now, you can only do that 5 times per game, and it's not going to do that much damage. So, I mean, again, is that overpowered? I don't think it really is. It's a little bit of a, it's a stupid trick. It's kind of a dumb human trick, but still, it's really annoying. I'm sure if you're in a battleship, that's got to be really irritating. It's a little bit like planes, right? It's just like this free attack. It's like a free shot. Just one free shot. And I can imagine being super useful if, for example, there's a low health target. I mean, that's one of the problems traditionally with submarines, is that they have no way to just do like 500 damage. It's so frustrating when you see a target and they're super low health and you have to hit them with a torpedo. But in the Surcouf, I would just surface, hit the reload booster, fire 12 shells at them, they're toast, and immediately dive. I mean, what are they going to do? Like, literally, what are they going to do? So yeah, I mean, it's a humdinger, man. It's a strange little guy. I have to say, I'm glad I bought it. I can't see this thing. I think the popularity of it is going to fade, much like what happened with the Kitakami, and then you're going to have some diehards like I was with the Kitakami that are going to keep playing it for a while, and then in the future you'll see one once in a blue moon, when you find somebody like me who's just kind of a nutcase and thinks it's fun to torment people. I mean, what is that? I started at 47. Did I do 12,000 damage to that guy right then? No, did I really? That can't be right. I must have gotten that number wrong. I mean, he's launched his ASW planes. He's even going to do a little bit of damage to me. But, I mean, with my hit points now that I got back from the arms race, it's just not a meaningful amount of damage. And then I distracted him long enough. That's an old destroyer trick, by the way. You launch torpedoes and then you use your guns when the torpedoes are about to hit to distract them. It adds to their cognitive load and they get confused. So... And I ended up with 90,000 damage and my 43,000 spotting damage from the beginning of the game. I mean, is that like an amazing battle impact? No, it's not. But I'm going to get 2,200 XP. I'm 4th from the top of the table. My team won the game handily, despite the fact that at one point it looked really close. So... yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard to know what to say about the Surcouf. I mean, obviously, I'm not an expert. I got to play some more games, but it's definitely an interesting ship. It's a strange one. It's right up there with the Kitakami in my mind, which of course is the point of these weird premiums. So I honestly give kudos to Wargaming. I think they did a pretty good job with designing this thing, in the sense that I don't think it's overpowered, but I do think it's weird and interesting and powerful-ish, which is kind of what you want from a ship like this. So honestly, yeah, I don't hate it. So that's it for the Surcouf, and I will see you guys in the next video.